Hi everyone, welcome back to Little K Artistry. I'm Little K. I want to thank you so much for joining me again. I am going to do a cloudy pour today. I got struck by the blue cloudy bug and we had a beautiful sunrise the other morning when I was awake to see it, which I have been working myself up to waking up earlier every morning, every 2 days or 3 days. I set my alarm clock back 5 minutes. I'm working on 5 a.m. Right now I'm at 5:40. So I've got a few more days to go. But welcome. I'm so glad to have you here with me today. I wanted to do a close-up because this is a cloudy pour, and I love to show the close-up of these because it's beautiful how the clouds and the designs form. I have a plan for this one. I do not know if it will go as planned, but I'm hoping it will. I have got some beautiful colors here with me today. I have got some Payne's Gray, I have got some Prussian Blue, and I have got a mixture of Golden's Brilliant Blue and a little bit of Titanium White mixed in, so it's a light blue. And then I'm also using this little piggy pigment, and it's this one right here. This is Rosé. And then I will obviously be using my cloudy mix, which is this right here. So I have got all of my mixes set up, and I'm going to go ahead and get a cup. And I'm going to layer my cup, and my goal is to have a dark center with lots of clouds on the outside. So hopefully it will work. We'll see. I am starting with, actually I'm going to switch these two. I was going to go with the Payne's Gray and then the Prussian Blue, but I think I'm going to go with Prussian Blue and then Payne's Gray. I don't know. We'll see. Prussian Blue dries really dark, but so does Payne's Gray. See, now I'm... Okay, you know what? I'm going back to the way it was. That's... Okay. Payne's Gray first. All right, so I'm going to put the Payne's Gray, and I am going to line that up just like that. I'm going to put in a little Payne's Gray. You'll notice I'm not starting with any cloudy mix this time, and that is because I want the center to be dark. And this is my Prussian Blue. So that is Payne's Gray and Prussian Blue. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of my cloudy mixture, like that. And then this is the mixture of the Brilliant Blue and the Titanium White. And then this is the TLP Rosé, which is just lovely. And then I'm going to put in more of the cloud. And then more of that beautiful light blue. Like that. There we go. And I think, yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more of the rosé. And then a little bit more of the Brilliant Blue mixed with Titanium White. And then we'll end on a little bit of a cloud mix. Sometimes I put a little puddle of cloud mix down in the middle. I'm actually going to put a little bit of a puddle of the Payne's Gray right in the middle. These paints are I think if you've seen any of my videos, you'll know that I have mentioned to you before, this is the only form of fluid art in which I do use American Floetrol. So these paints are mixed 1 part paint to 2 or 2.5 parts of American Floetrol. The paints that I use, the Amsterdam paints that are in these big tubes, and also the Payne's Gray is a golden artist acrylic. I use 2.5, sometimes 3 parts of Floetrol, and then I just do a little bit of water just to make it a little bit more fluid. Actually, I think I'm going to put a tiny bit more of that down in the middle. And then I might actually spread that out a little bit. Let's spin it here. And then I'm just gonna, just so that my paints have something to slide on. So I don't want to lose the composition to dry canvas. So it's just a little bit. Just like that. Don't need very much, just so that the canvas isn't dry. There's quite a bit of paint in this cup. Okay, here we go. I'll hold my breath. Okay, now we can breathe again. Woo. Okay, so that is exactly what I wanted. Wanted the clouds and the dark blue next to each other. So that is perfect. I'm going to pop the bubbles. And before I tilt and spin this, I'm going to put a little bit more of the dark blue around the edge, so that I don't lose the composition as I'm spinning and tilting. Just gonna let that sit for a minute. Just gonna go like that. Good. Very good. Ooh, yeah. It's pretty exciting when it goes the way I envisioned it, because sometimes it doesn't. Give a shout out in the comments if you would, if you are a fluid artist and you like to do these cloud pours, if you've done them yourself. I'd love to hear from you. I never know exactly how it's going to come out because I layer them differently every time. Layering in the cup is really key to how it's eventually going to look. I'm going to pop a few more bubbles. am going to spin this just a little bit. I think I'm probably going to end up tilting it more than spinning, but I don't know yet. I just want to bring this out. Ooh. I just want to bring this out a little bit to stretch it, and mostly to stretch the design, but also often when you stretch the paints out, the bubbles either rise to the surface or they pop themselves. I saw a fluid artist in a video that I watched the other day, and I have not been able to find it. And she, I think it was a she, I don't know, it was silent, so I'm assuming it was a woman, it might have been a man. But when she had paints, when she had bubbles, she picked the canvas up and dropped it down like you do when you bake a cake and you want to get the bubbles out of the batter before you put it in the oven. And I was like, no, don't drop the paint. But it worked, so I'm not going to dare to do that because I'm not that daring. But hey, you know, whatever works. Oh, this is so pretty. What do you guys think so far? I am loving this. This rosé is looking beautiful. And I'm so glad I did the dark center. All right, so I'm going to tip this that way a little bit. I'm going to tilt a little bit of that dark blue off the corner. Just a tiny bit. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to lose a lot of that. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to tilt it back. If you've seen in some of my other tutorials, and probably in tutorials from other artists that you've seen, they will remind you that when you're tilting your paintings to bring the weight of the paint back to the center before you tilt in an opposite or a perpendicular direction, because if you leave the weight of the canvas in one corner and then you tilt it, your cells or your clouds or whatever you're making will kind of get wonky. And if you don't like that, if you don't want that to happen, then you definitely have to make sure you bring the weight of your paint back to the center, and then that won't happen as much. I'm really, really liking how this came out. This is looking beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So nice when a plan comes out the way you want it to. A little bit of that blue off that way, and then I'm going to bring the weight back, and I'm going to tilt it this way. You won't be able to see it because the camera's over there, but hold on, I'll get back in just 1 second. Bring the weight of the paints back to the center, and I'm going to try and center the center. I know I'm saying that a lot, I apologize. I want to get the middle of the painting back into the middle of the canvas so that when I spin it, it spins off evenly. There we go. Okay, that looks to be about right. I'm going to spin this a little bit, see what happens. Oh, you guys, this brings me so much happiness. This really does look just like the sunrise that I mean, not exactly because it's a spiral, and I wasn't in a tunnel, so it's not exact. So I am popping the bubbles here. And then I think what I will do is take a little bit of this and just kind of, I want these corners to be to have a little bit more paint on them. They don't quite have enough paint, and I'm worried that the design won't go all the way to the edge if I don't get a little bit more paint over there. So I'm just gonna go like that. And like that. And like that. Okay, now I'm gonna spin one more. Oh, this is looking so pretty, you guys. What do you think? Just the tiniest hint of that pink, and there's a tiny bit in there too, but not very much. And that's exactly what I was going for. I'm just going to spin it just enough to get those tiny edges off. And then I think we're done. There, I have scratched my cloudy itch. Oh, this is super pretty. Let me see what, oh, I love this. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. What do you all think? Okay, so this was Golden's Payne's Gray, and then Prussian Blue by Amsterdam, and then my cloud mixture, which is my cloud mixture, and then I mixed Amsterdam's Titanium White and Brilliant Blue to get that light blue color that's so sky-like, and then TLP's Rosé is that tiny little hint of pink on the edges. I am enjoying this so much. You guys, some of these big clouds here have little ringlets in them. Oh. I think I need to do this again, and I need to reverse the colors. So what I want to do is have the pink and the light blue in the middle, and the dark blues around the edges. What do you think? You think that would look good? I think that would look really good. Okay. All right, well, thanks for watching again. I appreciate you so much. Please like, follow, and subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. And you can also find me on Facebook, Lil K Artistry, and if you're not friends with me on Facebook, it's Kristen Lynn. I am there as well. And thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. And remember what I always say, just go make the art. Have a beautiful night, guys.